The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
On Friday against ninth-ranked Denver, the Badgers down 1-0 when they scored 3 straight goals in the second period, sandwiched around a big hit from Patty Sexton. Wisconsin ended up settling for a 3-3 overtime tie, winning a shootout on Grant Bessie's goal. The next night, Denver won 6-2. We'll recap that series and look ahead to the Big Ten season with Badgers coach Mike Eaves on the Badger Hockey Digest.
The Badger Hockey Digest is brought to you by Charter Communications.
Well, Mike, I know you were hoping to carry over the momentum from the win at North Dakota the 2 weeks prior, and you did that on Friday night against ninth-ranked Denver. You're up 3-1. Yeah, the Pioneers come back, as you might expect, but boy, you really played hard and almost won that game Friday night, didn't you?
We did, and Friday night was another good game for us in terms of our growth, and we're looking for that and to play the number 9 team and be up on them. And they came back after we created the 3-1 lead, but in the third period we did a lot of good things and gave ourselves a chance to win the game, and then ended up winning it in a shootout, which doesn't affect the RPI, but for us as a young team, that was very much a positive. So we took it as that, and we're hoping to build on that on Saturday.
Yeah, and on Saturday, unfortunately, the Badgers fell to Denver 6-2, and you would expect Denver to come back out. Yeah. They're a very talented team, very good coach, and Jim Montgomery up to a 2-0 lead, 4-0 in the second. You score a couple late in the second, and then Matt Jerusik makes a couple of nice saves early in the third, and I'm thinking to myself, while on the air, let's get one here.
Yeah, we needed to get that third goal, and we weren't able to do that. We did a lot of good things. The area that we didn't do as well on Saturday that we did better job on Friday was we took better care of the puck in our own zone. We didn't spend as much time in our own zone on Friday as we did on Saturday, and as a result, they created a few more opportunities. They had more shots because of that. We weren't as clean, and that hurt us on Saturday.
Yeah, the Badgers, though, nevertheless, they get a break now before going into Big Ten play. But you look at the first 12 games of the season. You're 3-5-4. It's not the record you want, but it's not bad either, because 4 games, if not more, could have gone the other way. So as you sit right now, prior to the conference campaign, what do you think you stand?
We're excited. I think that our kids feel it. They know that we're going in the right direction. Our schedule has been tough, and if we can learn from those lessons and it helps prepare us for the Big Ten, then that's a good thing. And so we're looking at this as a kind of a pseudo-fresh start. It's the beginning of the Big Ten season. And as a result, right now in the Big Ten, we're 0-0 and hoping to get off to a really good start that'll carry us for the length of the season in the Big Ten.
You're asking a lot of your freshmen, too. You had 10 players that signed national letters of intent from a year ago, and a lot of them are playing key roles. What do you think of their play so far?
Well, you start in the net with Matt Jerusik, and you're asking a freshman to come in and play at the next level, and he's done a nice job. I think there's been real good growth there. There was goals he would like a second chance at, but he's made some tremendous saves, and you watch the way he's played, that he's going in the right direction, and it's tough for a freshman to come in, but I think he's doing a really good job. I think our young defensemen, since the beginning of the year, we relied a lot on the guys that returned, but now we're relying a little bit more on Peter Tischke and Patty Sexton, and they're giving us some good minutes. And up front, our guys are getting valuable experience, and we're putting them in roles. Seamus Malone is on the power play and killing penalties. We've got Luke is there also. So these young men are in a situation where we're giving them responsibility, and they're coming through with good colors. And we expect that to continue to grow as we move through the season.
Yep, the Badgers excited to get going in the Big Ten Conference campaign, which starts December 4th and 5th at Michigan. More on that here in a couple of moments.
Game night. That magical weekly gathering where lands are conquered. And you get trapped in the dungeon that is your bedroom. But you've got blazing fast Spectrum internet. So Kevin and his friends have enough bandwidth to play together, and you have enough left over to find a new apartment. Get 60 megabits of dragon-slaying speed with Spectrum Internet. Where will it take you?
This is Andrew Zielsdorf. He plays hockey. This is leukemia. It's bad business. This is Andrew's oncology team. They love Andrew. They don't like leukemia. And thanks to them, Andrew is now cancer-free. Booyah. They are the world-renowned physicians, scientists, and nurses at the American Family Children's Hospital, pioneers in pediatric cancer care. UW Health. Remarkable.
Why did you choose Wisconsin? Because you had other places you could have gone.
Yeah, I mean, the campus is unbelievable, coaching staff, the facilities. I actually visited when they were just designing the new locker rooms, which it was pretty cool. So it was just everything about this place is great.
Seamus Malone, you could tell, was very excited about being a Wisconsin Badger. Luke Cunnin actually wanted to be a Badger when he was 11 years old, came here on a trip with his youth hockey team. It's great to have talented players, but you also want to have players that want to be here and work for you, don't you?
No question. We're standing next to a wall of history of Badger hockey, and one of the things that the guys talk about, they bleed Badger red, and you want people that want to do that. They want to be here. Because they have their heart and soul into being here and being a part of this, so that's pretty special.
Yeah, and Luke Strand and J.B. Bittner are pounding the pavement every chance they get. J.B. Bittner in particular, I had a college head coach tell me that J.B. was a fantastic hire because he can relate to the young men. He enjoys going on the road and meeting new people. Fans don't often see JB at the Kohl Center during games because he's gone quite a bit. He's doing a nice job for you, isn't he?
I think at home, we ask all our coaches to be on the bench for the third period. I think he's been only on the bench twice
right.
Because he's been on the road. And one of the reasons that he was hired was because of his reputation as a recruiter. And the young man that I talked to about JB, he was voted the GM in the USHL. And the reason that he got that award, he said, is because JB got him good players. So that's a really compliment to JB and a feather in his cap. And Luke is a dog too when it comes to the road. He likes to get out there and drive, and so he's gone many Sundays after being on the bench on a Friday, Saturday night. So we work hard, and I think that we're out there pounding the pavement, and we're doing the things that we need to do to get the kind of players in here that are going to make us proud and do a good job for us.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that Denver series was the last home series for Wisconsin until January. So they're not going to be at the Kohl Center now until then, although then you have 6 series at home in the second half, which will be a lot of fun. But now you start Big Ten play on the road. You go to Michigan State in a couple of weeks, but Michigan is up first. Red Berenson's been there for a long time, and he loses players every year, like he did with Dylan Larkin, who's now a star with the Detroit Red Wings, but then he just keeps rebuilding, or retooling, that is.
No, he does. He does a good job there, and I don't think they've done the things that they wanted to do either here. Like they felt they should have won the Big Ten last year, and but they'll always have good teams. We always have great battles, so it'll be fun going in there. It's a great environment at Yost Arena, and we look forward to playing there.
Yeah, they have a great defenseman in Zach Werenski. They have a very good team captain in JT Compher, and a freshman by the name of Kyle Connor, a first-round pick of the Winnipeg Jets. He's a good one, isn't he?
Yeah, they got some kids that can do some things, and it's a team game, and we'll be ready for all the things that they try to throw at us.
Yeah, and I have to ask you, too, because the national experts take a look at Big Ten hockey right now and notice there are only 2 teams with a 500 record or better in non-conference play. Michigan is one of them. The other 4 teams are not that way. They say the Big Ten is down. How would you react to that?
Well, one of the things you got to remember when you look at the rankings are based on last year. And so we go into a year, and even in basketball, in every college sport, they kind of base it on last year. Last year, we hurt ourselves as a conference because our non-conference record was poor. It just was a bad year in that aspect, so we didn't rank very high in the RPI, and that carries over this year as to when it starts. So, we have to, as a conference, have to win more of those games. That's simply the fact.
As Michigan did against Boston University a couple of weeks ago. Mike, best of luck against Michigan and throughout the Big Ten season.
Thanks, Brian.
Sure, that's Badgers head coach Mike Eaves. Wisconsin and Michigan, Friday and Saturday. Both games start at 6:30 Central. They'll be on the Badgers Sports Network. They'll also be televised. Check your local listings. For Mike Eaves, I'm Brian Posick. Thanks for watching the Badger Hockey Digest.